Should we begin? Yeah.
Yeah, let's get started. 16 people. Great.
Yes. Cool. Guys, so today's topic is personal branding, and I'm sure you all are here to know more about it. And maybe you are even, you have not even launched your personal brand yet. So I'm assuming both of the people here, and we'll be running the workshop, keeping both of you in mind. Right? Am I audible properly and visible? Yeah, cool. Okay. So see, most of the people think that personal branding is something where you have got to have a large following, and you got to have a reputation, and you got to have something expertise, which some expertise which is actually on next level, and then only you can launch the personal brand. But let me tell you, it is not the thing. Your niche matters, and suppose if my niche is not something what someone else's niche, then definitely I will have less followers, but that they will matter for me. So even if I have say 1,000 follower, but my niche is very very specific. Say I am a teacher who teaches how to grow microgreens. Now how many people would be interested in growing microgreens? There will be very less people. So even 1,000 means 10,000 for me, right? So and even if there is a fashion blogger, then definitely everyone wants to see people changing clothes and people showing some styles and everything. So the person will have more following. Both of the niches are good, but I just want to tell you that followers are not the criteria of your success in personal brand. Okay. So let me begin with saying one thing, that whether you know or not, you have a personal brand. So ask your family, ask your friends that what they think about you, and ask them that okay, so this is what I think about myself. What do you think about myself? So there will be a lot of difference how people are. People are thinking about you. People are having a perception about you. So ask them. And even if you Google yourself, you will find, if you have a public profile somewhere, then you will find a profile there also. Then make sure what happens, we think that abhi personal branding pe kaam nahi karna hai, we do not want to work on personal branding, and then all of the sudden we have a big meeting or a big deal which is cracking, and the person searches on Google that okay, let me know about this person more, and there is some random things appearing on Google because you have not worked on your personal brand yet. So if I Google myself, what do I see? It is very important. And why it is important to build your personal brand on social media? Because these days people do not go in newspapers and search for a person. They search for a person on Google, right? So it is very important that we build a social media build a personal brand on social media. And thanks to technology, thanks to everything, that it is very easier than earlier to build a personal brand. It was never this much easy. Yeah. So today you go after this workshop and Google yourself what pops up. These results are the impression people will have of you. Is it a good one or bad one? Is it the information you are sharing on LinkedIn, Facebook, and other social media? If it is not the same, then guys, go and change your bios everywhere, in LinkedIn, in Facebook, in any social media platform. Okay. And if you have a website, make sure that your personal bio is there and your introduction is there. It should appear at the topmost search. So what comes on Google when someone searches Preeti Sharma, social media marketer and trainer? It comes. So my LinkedIn profile appears, which actually says my forte, which is social media marketing campaign on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and other spaces. Okay. Then if you will see in the images, again, my photos come, right? And my workshops come. See, all these three workshops are appearing on the first page. I have searched Preeti Sharma, social media marketer. So you will have to make sure that you build a personal brand. Again, on if you go down, you will see my running photos. You will see my photos with my photos of my kid. Okay, now let's see how many people are there who are actually running a successful personal brand. Gary, I think most of the people know him, and he's a true pioneer in personal branding. This person started selling stuff from his personal profile, even when he was not aware that personal branding is very much smooth and very much easy on social media. So he was not he did not have any fear about, how, what people will think, how will they judge me, and they will feel that, I am a narcissist and or whatever, right? He did not think about those things, but we keep on thinking about these things before launching our brand, so we do not have to think a lot. And as a serial entrepreneur, investor, chairman and CEO of his own media companies, Gary activates his audience by sharing powerful content through social media. Now, Mari, everyone knows Mary. And even if you do not know, just search for her podcast and you will fall in love with her. Right? She has again built a personal brand, which is very, very, very much informative and very much educating. So if you build a personal brand which educates people, or which, you might not be a teacher, you might not be a trainer, but still you have to educate your followers, then people will stay with you. Again, some names: Tony Robbins, Oprah, and Richard Branson. If you say, most of these people are motivational speakers, life coach, or business coach, then you should see Richard Branson's profile. He's a businessman, but he has maintained a personal brand so nicely. And especially, you should see his domain, LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, Richard Branson is just, is taking over the domain. So if you land on LinkedIn first time, I think within 5 days you will be following Richard Branson. He has projected himself so well. So personal brand has three elements, like, how others see you, how you make others see you, what makes you different. Okay. So how others see you and how you make others see you, both of the things used to be very different earlier. Right. So suppose I am a social media trainer and I reach a PR person, or I reach someone, with whom I want to project my image in a certain way. But these days you cannot do that, because you will not hire a videographer, you will not hire a writer, and you will not hire you. If you are launching a personal brand, you would like to go with minimum investment, right? So if you are going with minimum investment, then what you have to do, you have to make sure that you live what you are showing. You cannot have multiple personalities, right? You have to have one personality. So if you are living what you are showing, it is very easy to build a personal brand. Okay, all you are doing is just documenting your life. So it becomes very easy how others see you and how you make others see you, and then what makes you different. It is very, very important. Why I tell you? Because these days, see, influencer marketing is a very respected field and is an amazing field. It has a lot of potential. But if you will see, because of all these, say, youngsters, or because of, say, people who still do not know about themselves, but they are getting influenced by their peer peer people, and relatives or something, they get influenced and they just launch their personal brand and open their profile. So it might be on TikTok, it might be on Instagram, it might be on Twitter, wherever they want to open the profile, they open it. So you will see a lot of people are there who call themselves influencers. So you will have to make difference there, that you do not fall in this league. Okay, my content is this, and I want my people to hold with me for my content, for my life, right? So if you are building your personal brand, you will have to ask yourself, what makes you different, than rest of the people. Hope I'm making sense. Yes, cool. Okay, so what you need to have. Okay, you want to ask something? Yeah, yeah, please go ahead, please go ahead.
Pretty, just a question, maybe a suggestion, because lots of people here are not influencer marketers. they're not influencers, and
Yes.
they don't have any aspiration to become blogger or influencer. They're simply professionals. So I just wanted to say, even if you're a lawyer, even if you're accountant, even if you're
Yeah.
a business owner, you have to keep personal brand. If you're a lawyer and I come to your Instagram and I see pictures of little cats or your latest vacation in Bahamas, I would start not questioning you, but I might go to different lawyer who has great case studies of your clients on your Instagram. So maybe we can talk about a bit of confusion between personal pages on social media and
Yes.
how you want to project your personal professional brand also. What is the boundary between personal brand and personal professional brand, and at what point they start merging?
Yeah. So
Because
see,
even our lawyer may want to have some personal page when she shows her bikini vacation and doesn't want her clients to see it at all.
yes, yes. So, as I said that, whatever your hobby is and whatever you are, you can have a personal brand on social media. And what is the difference between personal brand and a professional brand? On professional branding, when you do professional branding, you do everything strategically, right? You show your business, you show what you do as, from where you are earning your money, right? You show that. And when you build a personal brand, you show how you are as a person, right? So if you are very determined, and if you are very, you take decisions very fast, and I'm hiring you for as a business coach, but you do not have a profile there, or maybe you have done a lot of work offline, but if I search you on Google, and if I search you on Instagram, and you are not appearing there, then I would say, okay, sorry, I will not hire this person, right? So this is the difference. And again, even if you have a personal brand, and even if you open your profile, you can monetize that too, but that is a topic for maybe some other class. You can monetize both of the things. But if you go with, if you start building your personal brand with sole purpose of monetizing it, with sole purpose of earning money from it, so let me tell you, then it will not happen. Right? You will have to add value, you will have to give a lot of things, then only you will be able to get that respect, right? Okay, so there are, hope we are clear. Yeah, yeah, okay, cool. Oh, there is one person waiting. I will just admit this person. Cool. So there are 5 things that you need to understand which revolves around you, because your personal brand is everything about you. Okay, so you do not have to ask anyone, you just have to ask yourself some questions. What is my expertise? Okay, what are the skills that I have learned professionally, and what are the skills that I am good at? What are my values? So when it comes to values, say for example, um, for my for me, one of the values is that I will not work with the people who sell non-vegetarian products or liquor, say. So I will not build their brand. So for me, this is my value. Okay, even if the person is giving me say 1 lakh rupees a month, I will deny this project. So similarly, you must have some values that you have to understand, and how you will project your values on your social media. And mind you that people watch you. The moment you break your value, people will be you will be bombarded in your inbox, right? That okay, you said this thing and now you are doing this thing. So make sure that you project the right thing, because it is very easy to project the right thing and real thing. Okay, now third is approach to work. Okay, so suppose I start working with someone, and she's a writer, she's a very good writer, but her approach to work is not very much professional. She does not give assignments on time, or she does not no matter how good is her work, I would prefer someone who is sticking to timeline, or sticking to at least informing me on stage by stage, every stage, right? So same. Now comes characteristic. Now you'll ask me, what is the difference between characteristic or expertise? Is there anyone who is going to ask this? Okay, intelligent people. Okay, so still I will tell you, expertise is something that you build externally. And characteristic is something which you are from inside, okay, which you are from genetics, which you are from your childhood. And expertise is something that you can build outside also. So for example, my characteristic is that I am very social, right? I will easily meet people, I will easily go and ask, what is your name and how, and I will interact with people. My expertise is that I learned social media marketing, and now I am doing good in this field. So you will have to understand what is your characteristic and how can you convert it into expertise. If you haven't done yet, then you will have to understand. And then overall personality. So everything revolves around you. You just have to note them down. All five things. You just note about your and write as much as you can. Write expertise as much as you can, and then finalize. Okay, this is the expertise that which I can show in my personal brand. Okay, similar. I said this earlier, and I'm saying again, you can't have multiple personalities anymore for business, family, and everything else. So if you will have multiple personalities, say you are different as in your personal life, and a different person, and you are a different person when you come to business, and you are a different person when it comes to other stuff, then it will be very difficult for you to maintain a personal brand, right? After a point, you would like to give up, and you would like to think that this is a work. But if you are a good personality, or not good personality, if you are a personality which impacts people, say, then you have to be there as personal brand, and it will make your life easier also. If you will start building, start thinking about your life as one, not other aspects. Say I'm doing very good in this field, and I'm not doing very good in this field. Even if you are not doing good, you can tell it to your followers that, okay, I'm going to work on this. See, it is not all about good things. It is all not all about every. Personal branding is not projecting yourself as a successful person. In personal branding, you can also show your struggles that you are facing. In personal branding, you can also show that how you were, how did you build this particular person who is Preeti Sharma today. So Preeti Sharma in 2015 was a completely different person, right? And Preeti Sharma in 2021 is completely a different person. So I can share this story amazingly well. Similarly, you will have to share your story, and do not think that, okay, I cannot share my story, I will sound vulnerable. It is okay. It is okay, I think, as long as you are authentic, you can share your personality there. Okay, so step by step to launch a personal branding in 2021. If you guys are ready for this, then please show some thumbs ups. Yeah, cool. You want to ask something? Yes, I will. Yeah, please ask.
I just wanted to add, maybe there are some people here who have salary job and professional people. I just wanted to share from my experience of corporate job that I recently left. It's still not an option not to have a personal brand, even if you employ it as a salaried professional. In our company, we had PR group that were pushing us to publish in our field expert opinions on Financial Times. So even if you are professionally employed, people are looking out for you to share on LinkedIn, on newspapers. What do you know? What is your expertise? And when I would be hiring somebody for salaried professional job, I will be also checking what they publish on LinkedIn, what they published on Instagram. So it's not only for entrepreneurs. Even if you are building your career in any field where you will be hired for salary, it's still very, very important to publish your opinion, to build your expertise, to build your voice out there.
Yes, agree. 100% agree. And even if you do not want to, monetize your personal brand, suppose you want to switch to another job, then again, it will be an added advantage for the employer and for you as well. So the person will see, okay, this one is doing this thing. Okay, I get the personality now. So people think your pages as, in my workshops, I teach that your page has an attitude. Similarly, you have an attitude, your page is also having an attitude, and everyone understands these vibes. So it is not that, we can keep the random pictures and we can keep the random things on our social media profile. We need to have it organized. We have to put it strategically. Yes, they have to be authentic, definitely.
Just very last, I'm sorry I'm hijacking it, but
Yes, no problem. I love
when
when you hijack.
somebody here thinking that you can just, okay, in this case, let me just shut down all my profiles and make it all private. Oh my gosh, employer will be checking my Facebook, employer. So I can tell you, I had a boss in my previous company who had extreme aversion for social media. He refused to come on LinkedIn. He was the owner of the company. Oh my gosh, how many rumors were there around him? Why he's not on social media? He has something to hide. It was a lot of silly rumors, not based on any truth, just because the guy chose not to have his profile on LinkedIn and Facebook. So when you're trying to hide, people will make up even more about you than it's actually there.
So why to give them something loose ended to have perceptions? Why not give, okay, take this, I'm this. You do not have to make assumptions about me. I am this, and you have to, you can check my profiles. So let's run to next step by step to launch as personal brand in 2021. The most important thing is picking a niche. If you haven't launched yet, or even if you have launched your personal brand, you will have to stick to something, something which is your expertise and where you will have people. It might not be a very broad niche, like food. So until and unless it is your forte, you definitely go with the food, sharing food and everything. But pick a niche which shows your expertise, which shows your hobbies, or which has a certain kind of audience there, right? So understand your expertise, know your values, what brings a spark in you. So when I talk, say when I talk about social media, I can get up at 4 o'clock, I can get up at I can stay late till 2 o'clock. So what is that one thing for which you are passionate about? So pick that niche. Why? Because if you are passionate about something, then you might continue it for longer time. Okay. And again, a passion, Gary Vee says, and that passion requires a lot of patience. So when people think that, okay, this person is passionate about social media and that's why she is able to do good, no. There was a time where when my followers were not increasing and I was taking all the anxiety. So it is not about that. It is not about that. So say for on my personal brand, which is 8 Things by Preeti, there 10,000 people are there. Okay, they are following me because a lot of mothers are following me. But when you come to PS Digital Studio, only 3K followers are there. Why? Because my target audience there is only female entrepreneurs. So obviously I will have less people, but I cannot count my success from the followers, from the number of followers. I can count my success from, say, today I launch a workshop and how many people organically buy it. And today I launch a series, how many people land in my inbox to ask question. So that is my success, maybe. And see, there are different parameters for success. And I feel that you should choose your own. You should not choose something which is, followers and everything. You should choose your parameter of success. Second is know your mission to build a personal brand. It is very, very important. If you will post, I always ask people to have a content mission. If you are producing a lot of content which is leading in all the directions, it will not make sense for your user to stay, your follower to stay. But if you are say posting a content which is leading in one direction, all the content which is leading in one direction, then the person will stay for longer duration. Then the person will stay, okay, so if I read her 5 posts, then tomorrow I will know about this topic, right? So you will have to make a personal mission statement where you will be launching your personal brand and you all the content of yours will be leading to that particular mission statement. Maybe Katrina can add more in this thing. Yeah.
No, I think actually you said it brilliantly. So stick to what you want to say, what is your main direction. I, I personally feel very disappointed when I'm following some, let's say, wonderful chef for fermentation, and suddenly she goes into some collab for lipsticks and she make a post about lipstick. So what the hell, if I want lipstick, I will follow the lipstick blogger. So stick to fermentation, please. So that's a consistency that we seek as a followers, that we come to our pages as a source of information, and we don't want to have kitchery there and the whole
thing. True. Agree on this. And I think all of the content, you can have different things sharing. So suppose if I share about how am I reading books, and how am I organizing my workshop, and then I share about, how my personal life is going while I'm managing work life, right? But everything is leading in one direction. I'm teaching, say, social media expertise to people. So this is, you should understand your mission, and then only go on social media. Know the problem of your niche which you can solve. Okay, until and unless you solve a problem, you will not be able to survive on social media, right? So you need to understand what is that problem of your niche that you are solving. So I'm solving, say there are female entrepreneurs and there are home based businesses, right? And they do not know everything about social media. They do not know how to how to run your market, how to start a shop on Instagram, and how to do other things on Instagram. So there are very technical stuff that these home based entrepreneurs do not know, and I want to solve that problem. Okay, so people can come to me for that. Ask yourself what challenges your audience faces, what questions do they commonly ask you. This can be a great starting point with your content. Okay, very, very important. When I say that, what questions people ask you, sometimes what happens, say my expertise is social media, or maybe on my personal brand, I'm running a series where I say I'm talking about 100 books, things I learned from my 100 books. But suddenly a message comes in my inbox and the person says, hey, why don't you share this series? Hey, why don't you share about this thing? Okay, you want to know, one person wants to know, that is okay. But for that, I cannot change my line, right? I will have to understand that, okay, I have picked up a niche and I will have to stick to this niche at least for 2 years, until unless, or at least for 1 year, until I feel that, okay, my niche is changing. I have changed, and now I have to talk about different things. So you will have to stick to, your niche. One or two random messages cannot change your direction. This can be a great starting point for content creation, as I said. Okay, now choose platforms. When I say choosing platform, I say choosing social media platforms. How you want to build your personal brand. If you wish to build a personal brand in 2021, then you have to be on Instagram, right? Even if you do not focus on, say, Twitter, I'm okay. Even if you do not focus on LinkedIn, that is again okay. But if you want to build a personal brand, you have to be on Instagram, and you have to make sure that you understand how the platform works and how it is different from other platforms. When it comes to social media, there are many options to fit your brand image. There are, of course, the traditional three: Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, of which have great features to promote your personal brand. But even if you are not there on Twitter and LinkedIn, you have to be there on Facebook and Instagram. Sorry, Instagram is not there, but I will have to put Instagram there. Cool. Now, fifth is do self-promotion. So when I say do self-promotion, it is not that, I'm saying talk to everyone and anyone that, okay, what you are offering and this is your personal brand looks like, or whatever it is. But self-promotion is do, a lot of collaborations, talk to a lot of influencers, or maybe people who are established in your particular niche. If you have a niche where already people are talking about some subjects that you are expertise into, then go to them and talk to them. Can we have a collaboration? Okay, get yourself featured. It is very, very important. Even if it is paid one in the starting, get yourself featured in some of the things. It builds social proof, and which is very important for personal brand, right? But build your get featured for the right thing. Do not get featured for anything or everything. Get featured for the right thing, so that you can talk about it more, and you can show people that, okay, so this one has recognized me, this platform has recognized me, and it gives very much trust to people who are following you. Okay. Do self promotions, be consistent. Success is a lie in personal branding without being consistent. So today you post something and then you appear after 2 3 months. This will not work. You will have to be consistent. Say, if even if you are posting twice a week, that is okay, but be there every time you are posting. Say, suppose you have picked up something Monday and Saturday, so be there on Monday, be there on Saturday. Do not show your try to stick to a particular schedule and try to build content in advance if you can. Focus on your TA, target audience. Don't give up or change your line with 2 3 random messages. As I said earlier, be authentic. That's trust. Because see what happens in today's world. Everyone thinks that, okay, this is a social media person, this is running an advertisement, then the person might be taking my advantage. If I buy something from her, oh, the person wants to sell something and I'm getting fooled. So when you be authentic, when you show your real life, when you show that how you are as a person in your personal life, then your follower and or your potential follower thinks, okay, I can trust this person. This person is showing me personal life. And the person, how the person sounds on the page, he is also the same in his real life, right? So you will have to understand this, that being authentic is very very important. But being authentic does not mean blur pictures, black videos, or anything which is not quality. It does not mean that. So show your face, voice, and life as much as you can. Then only the personal brand will enhance the more you show. Personal branding is nothing without the face. Hope you know this. Even if you are trying to build something from your notes or something like that, in future people would like to know who's the face behind it, right? Otherwise, only your writing will get famous, not you. Some tips and tricks. Have right intention. Become an advertisement venture. So a lot of people have a lot of myths about running advertisement. They think that you can you run an advertisement and you give money to the platform. You run advertisement. No, advertisement is for your benefit. So if you run an advertisement venture, suppose I am Preeti, and I have gone to one workshop where I am attending a workshop as a student, right? And a break happens. There people are talking about themselves, so obviously I will show them, I will tell them, okay, my name is Preeti and I do social media marketing. So there is nothing wrong in showing your personal brand, in telling about people, that how you are as a person, what is your personality. So keep on talking about it, and people love it, right? So it is not that people will judge you or do whatever. Even if they judge you, that is okay. You keep talking about your personal brand. Distribute the content massively. So if you are generating something, say you have written some blog on LinkedIn, then I suggest that distribute or repurpose your content and share it on Instagram as well. Yes.
Pretty sound. We lost you. Sound is losing.
What?
We're losing your sound.
You're losing my sound. Okay.
Yes, now it's back. Great.
It's back. Cool. Cool. So have right intention, become an advertisement venture, distribute the content massively. So even if you are doing something on, say, LinkedIn, you have written a blog on LinkedIn, then I suggest that break it into 5 parts and share it on Facebook and Instagram as well. So repurpose your content as much as you can. Suppose yesterday you had generated one podcast or you had generated one YouTube video, but you think the content was amazing, then convert it into post and and then share it on Instagram. There is one application also, repurpose.com. So you can use that application to repurpose your content. It converts your podcast, YouTube videos, or whatever you want into in whatever form you want. So distribute your content as much as you can. Culture hack. What is culture hack? Talk to influencers in your field. So suppose if I am again, I will take the same example. If I am an expert in uh, growing microgreens, then I will talk to other gardeners, other people who are doing home gardening, and I will tell them that can you talk about me on your social media, and let's do a mutual thing or whatever you want to do. So culture hacking is something which is, it is not illegal, or it is not how it sounds, hacking type, but it is like doing some meaningful collaborations. And you so if I have four types of followers and one type belongs to you, you will definitely get it, but they will not stay until unless you will produce good content.
And I would also suggest, if I am a microgreen grower, I would speak to chefs.
Yes.
So I would probably not go to my fellow gardeners who will be part of my success, but I will definitely go to organic chefs and get a great audience there to sell my products.
Or maybe people who are talking more about nutrition, people who are nutritionists, right?
Absolutely, doctors, nutrition.
Yes, yes.
Synergy.
And know everything before you speak or spread, right? Personal branding is very, very important and very, very crucial in 2021, but it can backfire you. Please understand this thing. It can definitely backfire you, and I do not want your attention to go away from this fact that personal branding might build something which you do not want to build. So make sure you keep taking feedback, you keep asking people what the brand is building, what is how do you perceive my brand, what do you think, why do you land up on my page. Keep on asking people. Be yourself. Do not have multiple personalities in order to build personal brand. You are showing everyone that you are eating healthy, and it comes to your life, you are eating something else, and suddenly you go into the mall and your followers see you, and you see, oh, this person does not look the way the person projects himself on Instagram or on Facebook. Then it will be short backfire. So be yourself and show everything about you, and stick to your opinion. Sometimes people backfire you for having an opinion, but that is okay. That is not that is not something really which will bother your brand. Talk about the process, right? Talk about the process. When I say talk about the process, talk about your whatever you are building as an entrepreneur, or not as an entrepreneur, whatever you are building as a person. So talk about the process, how you are building, right? Do not show a picture of completed project. Show how you are building in stories, show back scenes in stories. This is how you build the personal brand. Merge with the trend. It is very, very important, merging with the trend. So for this, I would like to give one example, that a lot of people were reluctant to reels, right? The new Instagram feature, they were very reluctant to reels, and they said that, okay, I'm not a TikToker, I'm not a person who would generate videos like TikTok. I'm not a person. But at the end of the day, they have to come on reels and they have to show something meaningful, right? Because reels are trending, reels are something which people are watching for hours and hours. So you will have to merge with the trend. You will have to understand, okay, even if it is not my comfortable zone, then maybe I will produce 2 or 3. And then maybe I will learn about it and make it comfortable for myself. There is unbelievable opportunity right now to build your brand using social media, and it will go away. So when I said yesterday that personal branding now or never, then I tell you it is still possible to build your personal brand in 2021. But in 2022, it will be very difficult, no matter what is your niche, no matter what is your audience. And no matter how successful you are on other stuff, business wise and other stuff, personal branding will be difficult next year, because people are understanding the value of personal brand, and it is better that you build it today, right now. Start working on your personal brand and just launch it. Yeah, I am open for question answers.
So I think a main question that I hear a lot, and I see it a lot, when people are confused between personal brand and business brand.
Yes.
So what I see in some of my clients and some of my students, they have brilliant, shining personal brand. When I go to their personal profile, it's interesting. Stories are interesting. I can see personality there. And I go to her or his business account, and it's boring. Nothing is there. There is no there's no stories about her backstage, how she's making her products. I don't even know who is the owner. Even I don't know. I don't see anything about who is about this brand, who are the owners, how they came up to create this brand, what is special about this brand. So the huge disconnect between bright and shining personal brand on personal profile and actual business that she's trying to promote, and business is not running, nobody is following the business page. So how to connect it in ecological way, so person still has some privacy on personal life, but in the same time brand, her business also benefits from her personality.
See, the person will have to choose what to show on which account, right? So if you are saying that the professional brand looks boring, very boring, then person will have to work on her objectives for professional branding, right? What person want people to assume, what person wants followers to assume. If the person wants assumptions to be boring, and assumptions to be very strict person or like that, then it is okay. If you do not want, if you want bright and colorful people on your professional page, then definitely you will have to show yourself. So suppose for me there are two brands, right? PS Digital Studio and 8 Things by Preeti. So on 8 Things by Preeti, I might show my daughter reading books, right? But on PS Digital Studio, I will show how am I journaling about my business, and how am I writing things about, and how am I taking notes for my workshops, and how am I learning what I am giving, right? So I would like to show there. But yes, you are right that your personality will definitely, if you are managing, then your personality will reflect your professional brand. Sometimes what happens, we hire other person for our professional brand, right? And we fail to communicate that okay, this is what I want to show. If you show any social media marketer what you want to what you want people to assume about you, then the person will be able to do it. And if you are doing it yourself, then definitely show that vibrancy. And sometimes people lack content also, that so what happens, they are not able to generate content for two of the accounts.
Yeah,
they are not content creators. So in personal brand, they are documenting their life simply. But in professional brand, they have to create the content, they think. So no, this is not the case. In the business also, in the professional thing also, you can document how you are working. If you are working towards your business, you will not have to create content, and you will not have to put a lot of effort in generating content.
yeah.
Cool. Any more questions you have on personal branding?
So I think we have questions in the chat.
Okay, I will just check. Okay, Monalisa is saying, what if we have personal and business account on Instagram, then how to manage? How to manage? If, see, you will have to dedicate some time to that. So say in your 24 hours of your one day, you are doing business for 3 hours. Then it will take only 4-5 minutes to show people what you did in 3 hours. And if you have if you are doing your personal life for other for 21 hours, then it will again take only hardly 15-20 minutes to show people how your day was. All you have to do is just to remember, click pictures, click good pictures. So even if you are say, today I'm sitting and today I'm taking ready for the workshop. So before this workshop, I took my candles picture because I was doing meditation that time. So I want to show people that I did meditate before the workshop, and I do not want to show people I did this, right? So I'm just telling people that, okay, I meditated before the workshop, and then I clicked a picture with my diary, laptop, and a cup, teacup, and I want to show people that, okay, I am recharging myself for the workshop. So this is all it takes, and it might not have taken. See, I'm not saying that immediately post the stuff you are creating. You can post once in a day. That is okay. That is completely fine. But keep generating good photos. Now, Anshu is asking, if we have a business account on Instagram, do we need to have a separate? Yes, yes. So, Anshu, if see, people know mini modes, right? But do people know Anshu? You will have to make sure that you so cat also click pictures, and yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so Anshu, no one knows Anshu, how Anshu is a person, what is Anshu's story, and how Anshu started this business, what struggles Anshu faced as an entrepreneur. No one knows the face behind mini modes, right? Or maybe even if they know face behind mini modes, they do not know your personality. They only know mini modes. So you will have to definitely have a personal account. Hi, does a new business and soft skills training need a website initially, or social media is enough? Also, I will tell you, yes, okay, that depends on your budget. If you have budget to invest, then definitely website is an added advantage on everything else. But if you want to grow yourself on say for 2-3 months, you want to have students through social media, you can have through social media also. So you just need to show your soft skills on your pages so that people rely.
When you calculate the budget for the website, it's not only website development, it's the money you have to pay to Google to bring traffic to your website. Otherwise, you build beautiful website and nobody will come there. Will be 0 visitors, your mom and your grandma. So if you want to have customers, you will have to pay for Google Ads, which is very expensive. It's quite expensive. On social media, you can start seeing the traffic without paying for that.
And even if you run advertisement on social media for people to come on your website, then it is easy, and it is it can come in your budget. So
relatively cheaper.
Yeah, cheaper. Yes. And then Nita is asking, if you have personal brand with good content and follower, can we use same account for personal branding? Yeah, you can use. Definitely you can use. So you have already built your personal brand there. You can use it. You can make it public.
It's actually a brilliant strategy.
Yeah.
I'm saying in Life Mission, if you guys in Life Mission training, you're just about to hit module 6 and 7 when we start working actually on the mission. And I'm telling people, simply open up your account from private to public. Don't be scared. Nobody, there is no enough perverts to cover us all. There is less perverts in this world.
And even if they land in your inbox, you always have a technology to block them, to avoid them. So you do not have to put your mind in that.
I'm here for 4 years. I rarely see any perverts, but don't worry, but that will help you. It's a brilliant move to immediately share your passion, your mission with so many people who already love you, and they will spread the word.
Yes. Right. When I launched my personal brand and when I started writing about my motherhood journey, I tell you, friends and family were the first one to call and message me, and they said they loved my writing, and it is a boost. It is a real boost. So I think a lot of people are afraid of that, what their friends will think, what their family will think. Let me get famous and then only tell them. No, it is not that. You will get the support if you are willing to have. Okay, Melissa is saying, but for my business to success, I should have open personal account. As of now, I just post only my trip or some special moments photos to it's private. Yeah, you can open. It is not compulsory that, you build a personal brand to succeed your, to have a success in your business. You can build your personal brand to say, for example, if you want to talk about your life, if you want to document your life, if you want to talk autobiography of your life, then you have to open your account, right? And having a good business through personal account is an added advantage. Okay, any more questions? I think Katrina has lost connection. So any more guys, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any more questions, or we call it a workshop?
Yeah,
Thank you guys. Thank you for
so
getting
much.
up early and coming. I am so pleased that 21 people were able to join this workshop. I'm so happy. Behind the scene things should we show on stories or on a post? Generally on stories. So on stories, say I have a personal brand, say PS Digital Studio, and I talk about it on my page. So I talk only educating stuff on my in my post, but in my stories I would also like to show how am I working today. So suppose there is a power outage, then I would not like to make a post about it, but I would like to post in stories that even after power outage is there, I'm working. Right? Cool. Thank you so much, guys, for being there. And I want you to put some words on the channel also. On maybe you can put in business chat and on Telegram channel. If you can put some right words, I will be using them as my testimonials to other workshops. Thank you so much, guys, for being here.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, Wasim is asking some question. As a marketer, what should I post as my followers awareness? You should. So if you are building a personal brand, right, you should talk about how you have been marketing yourself, or how you are facing. Suppose if you have a client, and for that you have to make a marketing plan. Then show behind the scenes, show what you are writing while making the plan, what you are designing on laptop, on while making that particular PDF. Then also show your face and also show yourself there on your page, and keep on talking about your personal story, keep on talking about your struggles as a marketer, how there are multiple personalities when it comes to clients. There is a different client, and there is altogether a different client. Talk about your experiences having different clients. So you can show a lot of things as a marketer. I think marketers has a lot of stuff. Yeah, cool. Calling it a workshop. Bye bye, guys. Thank you for joining.